Hello, I'm back again with another haul. This one is, I went to the St. Paul Goodwill outlet store. Again, I haven't been there in years. That was my actual first bins place I ever went many years ago with my wife, and we walked in and both were kind of overwhelmed and looked around a little bit and left. But now I know how the bins work, so it's much more exciting to go. So let's get started. Here's one of the things I found, this cute little mug, pottery mug. It's got the mark on the bottom, which is a little hand, which I thought was really cute. So I probably picked it up more for the marking than for the mug itself. You know, it's not a highest quality mug, but it's cute. The other thing I do is I look for lampshades. These two are still wrapped in the original plastic. I would not consider them new per se, but they're still wrapped in the plastic, so I use these when I buy lamps without shades. Then I put the lamps on them and they'll be ready to go when I sell the lamps. I picked up some artificial flowers because these were nice springy looking flowers, and again, for some of the planters I have, I'll put the little floral foam in there and make a little display and hopefully sell them a little faster. Or you could put them in a mug and make a cute little display that way too. The other thing I found there, I did a lot of fabrics, vintage fabrics and stuff. There's this flag, looks like bandana type of thing, but I thought that could work well on a little lampshade, especially with one that's a little more Americana in nature. So that was kind of my intent, to turn this into a lampshade. And then I found this, what I think is a shawl. Same thing. It's a fairly loosely woven fabric, but again, you know, it's got a nice fringe on it. I can cut the fringe off and use that on a lamp, or I can use the fabric even on a lamp. It is a little thicker, but for a nice Victorian style, I think it would work really well. Or I might end up deciding to sell it just as it is too. I don't really know, but hey, that's the creative process, right? Figuring out what to do with some of these things. And I brought just a plain woven white fabric. This would be for a liner of the shades, for those that would work better with a liner. So, you know, probably 1.5 yards or so of that. So that'll do a couple lampshades. Again, for the price, you know, probably 50 cents for that. Then I found this adorable little vintage jog fabric. There's not very much of this. It's very small. It is not exactly centered, because if I try to center the dog on the lampshade, he'd end up on the high side, which is fine. So again, for a nice vintage lamp, look good in the den or man cave or a guy's office. Another thing I found was this little purse bag. It's got the big button, needs a little help. It does have the loop to secure it. It is lined. There's a tag inside that says made in Nepal. So, but it's a nice handmade piece. The back has a nice circular design as well. So again, to keep with my antique booth theme of more handmade stuff, again, they don't have to be local. I prefer local, but just handmade stuff. And I bought a bunch of felt, green felt, for the putting on the bottom of lamps or bottom of decorative items, you know, to keep your furniture nice without scratching them. Another item that's starting to pick up, from my understanding, as far as popularity, are these vintage wooden dolls. This one kind of looks like Scandinavian style costume, but the arms, legs, and head are all made of wood, and so I picked it up. Thought I'd give it a try, see if that's true. These little vintage needlepoint or needlework items in the frame. Again, these are getting fairly popular again, probably from the 70s, but that works well. Found a little stand. Again, I can use that at my antique booth. Weighs hardly anything. Thought I'd take a risk on this. Sometimes vintage electronics. This is not quite vintage. It's dated 2003, but it's a radio pen with earphones. I have no idea. I haven't looked it up or done anything, so, but we'll see. This is just some foam sheets, the craft foam sheets. But again, it weighs hardly anything. It says there's 10 of them in here. But my thought was I can use them for even for shipping, because shipping supplies are crazily expensive too. But there's some foam. Oh, and because the bins that I went to in St. Paul were so busy, there were no shopping carts available. So I happen to have 2 of these baskets sitting in the bins. And since again it weighs hardly anything, I grabbed one of these to put all my stuff in. So I got a blue basket. Found this wonderful little plate. It's hand carved. You know, the plate was turned and then they carved these little elements into it. There's little beads glued into the center of the flowers that were carved on there, which is really cool. There is a maker's mark on the back right there. I don't know how well you can see it. So again, nice vintage piece. Somebody had it hanging on the wall. They put a tack in there and a piece of copper wire to hang it. So they were hanging it like that. I would tend to want to hang it like that. But anyway, yeah, I'm gonna go in the booth. Oh, I'll do these. And then I was digging around another booth just before I walked out because I thought, oh, I'm done, I need to go. And I found this little window hanger. Little grape cluster, which was cute. And then I thought, oh, let me dig a little more. So I dug a little more, and then I found a turkey. And last of all, a little bowl of fruit. So these are all, again, handmade little sun catchers that somebody made. Just cute, adorable little things. All right. And then another great find for me was some more pottery. It's a little mug. Looks like, I think, a lion. Not really, can't really tell if it's a lion or something. But then there are also these 2 little, looks like bells on there. I don't know if they're tied to his tail or if it's just the way they designed it. Cute little mug. There's a matching bowl, but it's unmarked. And then there's a matching plate. So this is a child's little dinnerware set. Again, not the highest quality, but then it's marked on the back of the plate, 1982, and this mark. I have no idea who that is. And it's a very heavy plate, very heavy bowl, and a very light mug comparatively. So, but it makes a nice little set. So that, again, that'll go in my antique booth. So that's what I found at the bins this time. Not a lot, but fun little things that help add to my collection and inventory, which is getting quite big. So I need to start getting some stuff listed on eBay and get my booth opened, which is going to happen this week, probably Monday, November 27th, I believe is the day. January 27th. So yeah, so I'm excited to do that, get that going, and then get some more stuff listed on eBay and get some money rolling. Thanks again for watching. It's been great. Watch for some more videos. I'm going to do some tutorial videos coming up on lampshades, rewiring a lamp, and I'm going to do a lamp video showing the different ones that I have right now. And again, some of them I'll probably list on eBay, some I'll put at the booth and then link them through like Facebook Marketplace or Craigslist and just refer people over to my booth to buy them rather than trying to arrange all these special arrangements that sometimes happen. So, oh, and the other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to be doing another video on what's been selling. So that'll be coming probably in the next week or so. But thanks again for watching. Bye.